All right, we're ready to review some things about the scientific method, which of course is this ongoing process of making observations, asking questions, generating hypotheses, developing some testable predictions from those hypotheses, doing that experiment to gather data, refining if you need, or going on to communicate some of your ideas. So, true or false, the scientific method is used to solve problems. That is, of course, true. It's a method of problem solving. The scientific method is similar to the engineering design process. That is also true. They're very similar pathways. Observation. This is always the first step that leads to the rest of the scientific method or engineering design process being followed. For observation, you use your 5 senses: smell, sight, taste, touch, and hearing. True or false, we use our 5 senses to make observations about the world. That's how we make those observations. Once again, true. Gathering information and doing research. You should go right into an experiment with no prior knowledge. That's, of course, false. You want to gather some information first before you start. Your hypothesis, what do you think the result of your experiment will be? The hypothesis is written as a question. That's false because you're stating what you think the results will be, not asking. You may have some information about your topic before making your hypothesis. You might remember in prior grades you learned that the hypothesis is an educated guess. So having some information is how you get that educated guess description. The procedure is a list of steps. Right? It's a detailed numbered list. It is not a paragraph. You know that you've written a good procedure if you could give it to someone else and they could do that experiment exactly as you intended it to be done because you wrote down all the details in order. So the procedure is a step-by-step list of directions to perform an experiment. That is true. The procedure should be written as a paragraph. That's false because it should be a numbered list. Then when you get to your experiment that you outlined in your procedure, the parts of an experiment that do not change are called variables. That is false because to vary means to change. So the variables do change. Data is the measurements and observations collected during the experiment. That is true. Okay, they're called your data or data. When you get to conclusions, what conclusions did you come to after conducting the experiment? Okay, what things did you notice? You summarize your results in the conclusion step. True or false? That is true. You summarize what you saw in your experiment. And that's just a really quick overview of the scientific method. So hope you did well.